Hi, this is Eldervi, and I'm back with yet another summoning session. I've been saving orbs for 3 days now, and look, I got nearly 800. I'm obviously saving since the legendary Liliana banner, but I had a weak moment during a Hero Rises. Speaking of which, I was hit with the luck penalty during that summoning session, and as I couldn't decide which stupid accessory to pick for my beautiful legendary Corrin, I let you pick. And if I'm allowed to phrase it like that, fuck all of you. How dare you? The golden swim goggles? You are evil. Look at her. Look at her. What am I supposed to do with this Corrin? You know what this means, right? I will have to follow her null follow-up and pull smoke to push her straight into the enemy, so I can say, let's dive deep into them each and every time. This is your fault. Speaking of faults, I know I promised to give you the option to 5-star plus 10 Zeph as penalty on this banner, but I actually realized that I don't own a single Zeph right now. I've made all of them into manuals, and as I don't know what I will pull, it's too much of a risk, so I will keep that penalty for another time. Instead, I made you choose between voice acting our latest story chapter with Dagr and her sister Not, or to 5-star the random next unit I will summon after calling bingo. This was really close, but the voiceover won in the end. Yay! I will make sure to give you the 5-star option next time again though, so all of you who voted on that one, please don't be sad. I think that's about it. As explained before, I will have 16 bingo tiles for a huge summoning session like this, so 16 potential questions answered. So many thanks to everyone who asked something. There are some really nice questions among them, so I will hopefully be able to answer them. If not, please don't be sad, I will keep them for the next summoning session in a year or so when I have orbs again. The special bingo tiles this time will be luckily summoning Regan without targeting red and getting 2 of the same focus units in the same circle. Therefore, let's stop wasting time and jump right into the banner. I was honestly not that excited about seeing Dagr as the new Mythic hero. I was hoping we would get 2 or 3 main game Mythics before we get the next OC. But as it seems Dagr doesn't care and appears already on my free summon? What the fuck? That's crazy!
Sure Note's beautiful, and she looks put together, but don't let that fool you. Note is my sister, and she is what she is, so I have to clean up her messes.
I actually love her voice, it's so unique. Wow! So that puts me in a lot of stress right away. That's 3 mini bingos right from the start. I did get the focus unit, I did get her at an 8% rate, and below the average cost of 50 orbs for a random 5-star. Wow. This is actually a sign that I shouldn't pull on that banner, it can only get worse from there. On the other hand, I'm in desperate need of offensive mythic merges. Although I nearly only spent orbs on mythic banners, my light team has only a merge score of 5, and I start finding myself in the top 2k at the end of each season, despite having perfect offenses and pretty good defenses. I really don't want to fall out of the top 3k just because I'm missing merges. Well, I also have to answer some questions, so let's keep going for now and see what else this first circle might bring. That's Cecilia, one of my Wall of Shame units, right after Dagr. What's going on? Not the Wall of Shame unit though, that's reserved for Arthur, who has haunted me 28 times by now. Oh wow, and I'll get my first legs. That's strange, I didn't even pull on blue.
You trying to challenge me to a fight?
That's another mini bingo, so 4 questions to answer already. Okay, so let's just keep going and randomly pick our first question. This one comes from Verlaine Arcane. I'm so sorry if I butcher all of your names. blame it on my German accent. How long does it take you to come up with an Aether Raids play? Seems like you sometimes spend hours planning the execution. Indeed, the hardest match I ever had to figure out, or let's say where I took the time to figure it out instead of accepting I would lose, was the match featured in episode 11 of last week in Aether Raids, against the legendary Chrome with triple distant guard, gaining such high defenses that my teams back at the time couldn't deal a single point of damage to him. Figuring out a play with chip damage, debuffs and in-combat buffs, while my backliners would also not be hit by 2 weaponless dancers, making sure the other enemies would reach them if I don't kill them right away, took me nearly 2 hours. Was it worth it? I'm not sure. Luckily, with the new power creep like Ninja Lin, I solve matches much faster. My recordings of the actual matches are between 5 and 20 minutes. If I take more time figuring out the map, the recording time will be shorter. If I hop right into it, feeling sure I will clear it somehow, they are a bit longer. So I'd say my preparation is between 0 and 20 minutes, making me waste around 25 minutes each day on Aether Raids. Wow, that sounds awful now that I spoke it out loud. If the maps are really hard though, and I feel they would make good video content, it can take me up to an hour in extreme cases to strategize and to clear them. Oh wow, it's Freya! That's amazing! I did spend quite some orbs in the meantime, but it's hard to be mad about summoning both my focus units back to back.
You resemble him not one iota. So tell me, why do I care?
I literally didn't understand anything she said. Who resembles who? Plus speed minus HP, that's crazy! I skipped her banner with Triandra back in the day and suffered in each of her bonus weeks from that time on, so I'm actually very happy to have her now. Maybe I can leave this banner without blowing too many orbs? 1 or 2 daggers more and I would actually be good to go. My only goal is to increase my light score, and therefore I need Dagr at least at +2, so she'll score better than my poor +1 air. Well, let's keep going for now. Oh wow! Black Knight! Zelgius! I meant Zelgius. Zelgius. Did I say something about a knight? No, I didn't. I don't even know a knight. And I also don't think they are wearing the same armor. It may be similar, but I mean, how could it be the same unless they were... Let's go to our next question. I still have 3 more to answer.
Ike, we will soon meet again.
Question number 2 from Antonio. Which units do you want to be added in Fe as OG and which as event? So, everyone who follows me on Twitter knows that I'm a huge fan of Sonya from FE7. I've been voting for her in each Choose Your Legends and she really placed well this year, so I hope they will add her soon. And here I get Merrick, fulfilling the same unit same circle tile. What are the odds? I wasn't sure I would be able to check that tile, the chances should actually be quite low. Speaking about green mages, I think Sonya would make a great green mage, and I actually hope they will make her a Grand Hero battle unit, so I may easily merge her up to +10. If her weapon and stats are at least slightly useful, I would also try to use her in Aether Raids. As normal units, I would like Tatiana and Zeke to be added, really love both of them in Echoes. And as special characters, I obviously want a duo Berkut and Rinea on the Bridal Banner. But apart from that, I really want Possessed Fallen Levin, and I think the chances are quite high we might see him on this year's Fallen Banner. I'm a total sucker for the Fallen Heroes. Speaking of FE 4 and 5 makes me summon Sarah right away. Cool.
My mother and father are dead. They say my grandfather murdered my father.
That's quite an intro. Hi, I'm Sarah. My parents are dead and it may have been my grandpa. I haven't been drinking for 5 days. Hi, Sarah. I'll take it. Don't really want or need her. I'm not the biggest fan of the forced return traps, as they need so many specific units to work. But her assist may come in handy in the future, depending on which new heroes we might get with a similar effect to that of Winterburnie. I'm fine with that one, no need for a second copy though. And another mini bingo! That's a full summoning circle for me. Look at all those green orbs. There has to be a Dagr somewhere. I've cleared 2 questions so far and still have 4 to go. Maybe this was a bad idea after all. Double Raven back to back. Maybe that same unit tile is not that rare? Come on! Not you. Never you. Literally never. Come on! This has to be someone. 4 green orbs. No one ever gets 4 green orbs when they want green. Nope. His father's son, aka rich kid that hasn't achieved anything. Poor Ross. Now, that was kinda disappointing. And here to make up for it, legendary Corrin. Yay! So that full circle did pay off eventually.
This path is the one I chose for myself. I have no regrets.
I'm at 38 orbs per 5-star. That's an amazing rate. And I know that something really bad has to happen soon. Oh God, I should leave. I know I should leave. Mark my words, in like half an hour I will admit that I should have left at this point. But right now I haven't increased my light score at all. I'm same with bonus Dagr, and in bonus Freya or Dagr weeks I'm actually worse. What should I do? 4 questions to go and I know there's still a Bramimont waiting for me. He's been haunting me on every banner so far. There's no way I will leave this one without him, no matter if I want him or not. Let's keep going. The next question comes from Joseph. I was watching your Chibi Chat Raids. I wondered how you are able to brainstorm creative stories that correlate to the current gameplay. That's a really nice question, and I have to admit, it's super hard. I usually start by writing down every single action to get a feeling for the match, and usually get a rough idea of the narrative at that point already. Luckily, I'm quite a creative person, and difficult matches do inspire me, so I never had big problems coming up with a general theme, but the execution is really difficult. I can't change the turn order of my units after the game is done, so I'm sometimes forced to do the explanations with units whose character traits are not that suited for it, but I already used the unit I would have needed more story-wise. Then whatever the character has to say has to fit into 3 rows, otherwise it would be too hard to read, and depending on how quickly I tapped on the characters, it sometimes has to be even shorter, as you wouldn't be able to keep up with the chat messages. So it's really tough. Oh. It's Bridal Ephraim! Brave Ephraim. Sorry, the dress was confusing me for a second.
I once said that Erica should succeed the throne, and that I'd be perfectly content taking my lance and traveling the land as a mercenary.
Now that's great, and I'm really not trying to be ungrateful here. But while I love Ephraim as a character, his brave version is the one I want least from the Choose Your Legends 2 units. I'm merging both Hector and Celica and I haven't pulled a single Veronica yet, but I'll take it. With Freya on the banner, it was obvious he or his sister would be around as well. Not implying anything. Back to the Chibi Chat Raids. These videos usually took me 4 days of editing, with 1 or 2 full days only for coming up with and re-editing the chat messages. I'm not gonna lie, some matches were really easy to write, like the Oliver matches, where everything just seemed to work perfectly, while it took me hours to come up with a script for some other matches, especially if I wasn't too familiar with the characters. Oh, and here's my very first Linhardt. Hi there.
Each person must follow their own way. This is how I prefer to live.
As a meaningless 4-star emote. Yeah, seems to be fitting. The next question comes from Emil. Did you expect your YouTube channel to grow so much in the first year, and are you happy with how things are going? To be honest, I didn't expect it at all. We've been drawing Fire Emblem fanarts for 4 years now, and have mostly been undercover the whole time despite our best efforts. All the social media platforms kinda require either to have a big audience somewhere else already, or to be featured by as many other users as possible, and we didn't have either for a very long time. Some paintings I'm still very proud of quality-wise got under 20 likes with very few retweets on Twitter, and had therefore no chance to help us build an audience at all, which was sometimes frustrating considering the time and effort we put into them. It took us 3 years to hardly build up 500 followers on Twitter, so I really wasn't expecting anything when we started creating videos on YouTube. But YouTube is actually very generous in that regard, suggesting your content to new people with similar interests, making it possible to build up an audience even without having a strong base already, and I can't express how thankful I am for that. It makes me believe that hard work can pay off eventually, and it motivates me to keep doing my best to really deserve every new subscriber. Talking about disappointing art experiences. Mom, can we have Dagr? Mom, we have Dagr at home. Dagr at home. That's another mini bingo when I was finally thinking I would catch up with these questions. Oh boy. Speaking of which, I wouldn't mind another 5-star by now. We are 10% already. I knew I should have stopped. The next question comes from Ernov, asking which 3 houses route is my favorite and why. I have to admit that I haven't finished all the routes yet because of my time troubles, but my favorite route has to be the Blue Lions. While I'm not happy with every decision they made for that route, the Blue Lions feel like the house the developers originally had in mind when they created the game. It already starts during the academy phase. We fight Leonardo, who is Ash's adoptive father, followed by Miklan, Sylvain's brother, stealing their hero relic, while learning the story of Dagr in multiple conversations. The story with Monica leads up to a really nice rivalry with the Black Eagles, and we also get the outside plots with Annette trying to bond with her father, and Mercedes finding her lost, spoiler-free scarf. No other house has so many connections in the first part, and it sometimes even feels slightly off to challenge these story maps with any of the other houses. I also very much like the synergy of the 4 childhood friends, Dimitri, Felix, Sylvain and Ingrid. It reminded me of the villagers in Echoes, who I really loved. Dimitri has also the most character development and an actual story progression. Don't get me wrong, I also like Edelgard and Claude a lot, but Edelgard is a very well written relatable enemy, while Claude just looks really nice. A thing that doesn't look nice is my pity rate. What the fuck is wrong? This must be over 150 orbs by now without another 5-star. This is awful. And this sparse doesn't make it better in any way. That's another full circle with 2 same units. Thanks, but I would rather appreciate a 5-star. Please? Nope. Wings of Mercy! It doesn't feel right without my wife. 11%. I knew I should have stopped. I should have stopped. I'm actually even getting a lot of orbs in the right color. So why are all of them empty? Okay, now though. Okay, that's my plus 10 Bramimond at 11.5% pity rate. I'm gonna be excited soon, just give me a second.
There was a man much like you. His gaze never wandered. It was ever fixed straight ahead.
And maybe also a second 5-star in this circle? I totally screwed my summoning rate. So please give me any other 5-star on top. Nope. I will definitely stop going for colorless after that. Bramimond is great, but I really don't need more of them now that he's plus 10. Okay, that's awful. Can I please get any other 5-star to save that 65 orbs per 5-star raid? Oh no, that's so mean! Anyone who downvoted me for free summoning Dagr, please take it back. Those were 180 really hurting orbs. Whew. Okay. I still have nearly 500 orbs left. There have to be some more green 5-stars for me. I'll definitely only go for green from now on. Or maybe from the next time on. Back to your questions. The next one is a personal one, again from Emil, who didn't bribe me, I swear. Who would win in a cooking showdown, Daddy-Vi or Waifu-Vi? This one's easy, I'm actually the one cooking in our family. I started cooking for friends as a teenager and I really enjoy it in general. I often listen to audiobooks while I prepare our meals, which really relaxes me from having to be creative all the time. No! Oh no, please! Not now! This is horrible! I don't deserve a luck penalty! After blowing 170 orbs for a single 5-star! I don't deserve this! I hate Arthur! I hate him! I hate him! I hate him! I hate him! God! This is so awful! Why now? Why can't I be punished after something good happened? Like summoning Dagr 5 times or getting 3 5-stars in the same circle. Those are good events to be punished. Not from summoning Arthur out of all heroes after throwing away 176 orbs. That's the second time in a row I have to call bingo for pulling my Wall of Shame unit. This is why I hate them. I know I said I wouldn't hate them in the last video, but this was obviously a lie. God. Okay, I'm ready. I'm gonna voice that book 5 chapter and I'm gonna rock it. Let me just quickly get Waifu-Vi to join me as Dagr. You guys suggested it and I really don't want to voice her right now. Hi, how are you doing?
Hi guys, fine, and you?
Bad? Obviously. I should have let you summon for me again. Are you ready for a really embarrassing voiceover, which we will have to hide from our kids when they grow up? Like some other art-related stuff?
Sure.
Okay, let's go.
Alright, we should be getting to Nasty Knot's Night Temple soon.
And when we reach the Night Temple, we will be able to save YouTube Eldervi. This is so stupid.
Well, we don't know for sure, right? What kind of fool would make their escape to such an obvious place? Alphonse? Look! Over there!
Is that Prince Oder? And is that YouTube Eldervi with him? Oh, so you're here already, are you? Oder, stop there! Where are you going? Return YouTube Eldervi to us. Note! I will make quick work of them.
Note? What have you... How could you, sis?
I leave it to you, Note. I will make you proud. Now hurry and go, my dear prince.
Of course. You sap! You've fallen for yet another guy!
Wait, what? What's going on? For real, what's going on?
Note is a sucker for any man with a half-decent face. She goes goo-goo for them if they even glance her way. But not him! He's Prince of
Oh, Dagr. Such jealousy is unbecoming of a princess. I understand catching a prince is beyond some prattling pest like yourself, but not for me. Do not abandon hope, dear sister. I have faith there's a man with stench suitable to a buzzing pest like you.
Alright, that's it! I'm going to kill you once and for all! Nice! Looks like I win. Better luck next time, sis. Wink.
This can't be happening. I lost? To you of all people? You've never beaten me before, and now? Forgive me, Prince Aether. I am unworthy of your love.
Snap out of it! He used you like a sacrificial pawn to cover his escape, didn't he? He doesn't care about you. He just wanted to use you. He's scum and a manipulator, and you're his mark.
Shut up! Damn you! I knew what was happening here, but I still loved him. Oh, Aether.
What an embarrassment. Alright, quit crying. No one's going to fall for your cool princess shtick while you're all weepy. Come on!
You aren't upset with me?
Oh, cut it out already. If you keep sniveling like that, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm happy the two of you were able to make up. You're siblings after all. It's for the best that you get along.
Yeah, Princess Regan. Oh, that just hit my heart a little. I hope my brothers and I can come to an understanding someday too. Then the three of us can live happily together again. It will happen soon, right? Won't it? Of course it will, Regan. Yes, I'm going to do my best to make it happen as soon as I can. But first things first, we have to save YouTube Eldervi. Yes, please save YouTube Eldervi. I was thinking the exact same thing, but do you have any idea where Prince Aether might have gone? Not yet, but don't worry, I'll figure something out as soon as I can stop crying. Oh my god, this was embarrassing and totally undeserved. I hate the wall of shame tiles. Who came up with that?
I think it was you.
Guess I did deserve it then. Oh my. Please let me get a redemption dagger for that soon. Alejandro wants to know what other god or entity from the original games I would like to see added as Mythic. To be honest, my biggest wish was already fulfilled with Bramimond, a character I really enjoyed despite a few lines in FE7. I really love how characters like them help to further deepen the story of their games by making them more approachable. I'm not approaching you, Beruka. Be gone! I want the grown-up version. Therefore, I would actually love if one of the 12 Crusaders from FE4 would be added. Maybe even exploring the option of duo mythics by having a dragon god alongside them. I could see tons of potentials for such characters. Of course, now that I stopped focusing on colorless, I'm not getting green orbs anymore. This is stupid. Nope. Nope, I take it back. I take it back. Bramimond is not my favorite mythic and should have never been added to the game. What the fuck?
Humanity would suffer were I to remove the seals.
It took me 176 orbs before, and now he just shows up as nothing happened? This is not okay. I don't care that you're plus attack. I don't want to play with you anymore. So, should I take the others and hope for Corrin? I'm at 9% again, but I've been told pity rates don't mean anything. Whatever. How am I supposed to hope that you're listening to me when I can't listen to myself? Summoning is evil. So, Rivan asks if I have another last week in Aether Raids planned. Well, I've been talking about the Chibi Chat Raids videos before, and the amount of time they take to be created and edited. Not even talking about having to paint the chibi heads with all the expressions yet. It just takes too much time I don't have while also working, drawing and trying to spend time with my family right now. I also fear, and kinda see in the statistics, that unvoiced videos are difficult content to reach a bigger audience, because they force you to actually watch the video quite intensively and attentive, while many watchers just want some back noise while they are doing something else. And when a very long editing time meets fewer views, it's hard to advocate for them. I really do love them though, so I will bring them back eventually, I just need more time. And more green orbs. Did I use all of them up before? That's not fair, they were actually empty. Okay. Is this the time for me to put Bramimond on my wall of shame? What the fuck, man? Why are you haunting me in each and every Mythic banner?
What's that? A new form of play?
Oh, shut up. You didn't show up in over 300 orbs when I was actually trying to summon you. And now that I don't want you anymore, you keep coming back? This is not one of those awful abusing relationships where you only come back after I dumped you. Why is it that I have to summon all 4 of their personalities on every Mythic banner? They are supposed to be delivered 3 houses style, not Fate style. And be gone, second class Dagr at home. These bingo tiles are supposed to be hard to achieve. You don't just summon a certain pool unit over and over again. Let's keep going before I get another one. And please, give me green orbs. Next question comes from Clara, a fellow artist. Hey there, I would love to see your drawings. So, Clara wants to know how long we've been into art. So, that's a really long story. I will try my best to make it as compact as possible. The art projects are something Waifu-Vi and I are doing together. Waifu-Vi is really talented at sketching and painting by hand, and has been doing this since her childhood, while I've been drawing digitally as a teenager. We both paused during the time we were studying, as other things just became more important. But Waifu-Vi found back to her passion by drawing coloring pages for others to color for free, finding much joy in seeing them showing her their results. I wanted to surprise her one day and colored one of her line arts as well, with my, at the time a bit rusty digital skills. We posted it and were asked for a colored commission. From there on, we started working together more frequently, evolving and mixing our styles, and when Waifu-Vi got pregnant with our now 4-year-old daughter and stopped working during maternity, we decided to take this as a chance to try doing art a bit more professionally. We started on Patreon by painting our own original motifs, but it was very hard to build an audience as unknown artists with unknown characters, which is why we started to mix in fan arts with a much better result. From there, we went with whatever seemed to work, tried out new things all the time, and well, here we are today, working day and night on Fire Emblem commissions. Be gone, Beruka. What's wrong with you? 9.5% already again. 500 orbs in and I increased my light mythic score by 1 slot so far. Go for color sharing, they said. More units per orbs, they said. Okay, that's a 5-star. Seems like I can finally fix that minus res on my Edelgard. And with her I actually managed to get all green focus units. Great!
Only you are brave enough to surprise the Adrestian Emperor.
Maybe I can get Regan for my Astra score? Nope. I actually get my very first Miranda. You don't increase my score.
I am Miranda, Princess of Ulster.
Ah, fuck it. Let's go for another Bramimond. And there we go. Now I got all 4 of them. Happy? Are you happy now, Bramimond?
I am Bramimond. What do you want of me, you who lives above ground?
Oh, I would appreciate if you could send over a dagger or 2 instead. Okay. On to our last question from Passive. What is disappointing for you on the new Mythic banner? You mean, besides this so far? I'm not really disappointed. Well, maybe I am?
I'm Sarah. I know all there is to know about you.
So, the thing is, when Mythics were first introduced, I had really high hopes and expectations. Everyone who played Pokemon as a kid probably had the time when they built a team of mostly legendaries to challenge the top 4, because it was just an awesome thing. I think that child is still alive in many of us, so when I first heard about the Mythics, I imagined running a team with legends across the games, battling other legends or final bosses in the enemy teams. And it just didn't happen. Hey, Freya! That's a nice change!
The love my brother and I feel is deeper than most siblings.
Okay... So... how deep exactly? Are we talking about FE8 deep or FE14 deep? It's not FE4 deep, or is it? The problem is not that the characters are OCs, because I would actually be very happy for fighting Hell, the ruler of death, with my heir. It's also not so much the missing personality, because, to be fair, we hardly know anything about Altina as well. I think the main issue is the sheer number of OC mythics we got so far. Even though I don't know too much about Altina, she represents the whole Telios saga together with June. A big story of 2 full games, and even though Altina's actions lie in the past, knowing the full story of Telios, which I was able to explore in many hours of gameplay, makes me appreciate the legendary fighter Altina who led to that. Fire Emblem Heroes literally has no ongoing story. Every book is rushed, trying to fit in tons of different things and characters into very few chapters, making it impossible to feel something for them. And by the time you finally start to like a character, the book is already done and they move on to a completely new story, never touching these characters again. I guess no one's touching him as well. Surely not me. So, the ruler of death is dead now? What does this mean? Oh, nothing? Huh. No, actually we killed Alphonse because this was a huge deal and you're in denial about that. Haha, only dreamed that. This is what actually makes them so worthless story-wise and so unfitting for mythics, who are supposed to mean something in the hearts of many players. And I get another Corin. That's actually great. My Corin could actually be plus 10 by now, if all those Bramimons could have settled on one personality.
No one can say what the future holds, but if the 2 of us are together, nothing can stop us.
Well, a low mythic score can stop me, and I don't know what you're going to do about that. Maybe you could get me a Regan over there? Nope, it's actually Celica. That's cool. And kinda fulfills the back-to-back 5-star tile.
Being here with you restores my spirit.
How am I supposed to finally stop wasting orbs when I get another question to answer? I think I tricked myself with this new video idea. 230 orbs left. I don't know what to do. It's not that it's going bad. I mean, I'm at a good summoning rate of 47 orbs per 5-star. But I kinda haven't solved my problem at all. I have Peony and Miller at +2, Air and Freya now at +1 and a single unmerged Dagr. In Dagr bonus weeks, that's even one merge less than I had before. This honestly sucks. I thought having 2 offensive Mythics on the same color would surely help me to increase my score at least a bit. I don't know how to get these merges, when even banners like this don't work out. My gut tells me that 2 offensive Mythics sharing a color is the best chance I'll ever get, but look at me. 3 merges so far and 550 orbs. Maybe I'll be super lucky and fulfill that special bingo tile and summon 2 Dagr in the same circle? Wouldn't that be nice? So, once again, last question, unless I fulfill yet another one of the tiles. Maybe already with this circle? Nope. Okay. It's once more Antonio, asking if there are characters we want to draw but can't since they don't get commissioned. Tons. We have so many motives in our head, it kinda sucks not being able to do all of them. Most of all, we had an idea for an epic Berkut and Rinea painting for like 2 years now. We just couldn't find time to draw it, since we've been solely working on commissions since then. I am grateful for those, so don't get me wrong. I've been blessed with amazing commissioners lately. And with tons of Baruka as it seems. I also value all the support we get over on Patreon, especially those of you who also follow and support us on multiple platforms. But it's far away from being able to make a living, especially with having 2 kids we have to take care of in a responsible way. No comment. So it's true that the commissions are not exactly enough either. They make a huge difference though, compared to just drawing a fancy idea to buy an orb package or 2. Without them, I actually fear we wouldn't be able to continue drawing at all. Therefore, I'm really grateful for every new commission request, while we keep our wishes and hope that one day a commissioner comes by and surprisingly wants the same thing we've been waiting for all the time. It does happen, and led to some of our best works in the last year. Okay. So that's now the time for the double Dagr circle. Wouldn't that be a nice way to finish the session? Maybe? Ah. Yeah, okay. It's another Edelgard.
I will create a world where all people are free, regardless of their bloodline.
Regan? Nope. And one last nope. Okay, let's go for one last 5-star and stop after that no matter who it is. I had like tons of exit routes during the summoning session and kinda missed every one of them. It was actually Corrin both times. I should have stopped either time after summoning a Corrin. That's what you get for being greedy. Oh no, my 5th Cecilia in this session. That's just mean. So, finishing the earlier question, comparing to YouTube, what do you think makes more publicity? In my case, I came for art and found your YouTube because of that and follow both now. So, first of all, huge thanks for that, but I think you know that. I've spoken about it before. Building up an audience for our art has been really hard so far. Many art pages like DeviantArt have totally lost their audience and glory. I actually don't even know which sites people nowadays use when they search for art in general. Google? So, unless you already have a big audience, you are super dependent on getting featured on social media by others, hopefully also using your name when they are sharing the stuff you created. At the same time, we are flooded with art on social media and places like Reddit, which makes one appreciate every single one of them much less, and I get that. You see it, look at it for a second and scroll on. YouTube, on the other hand, not only suggests your videos even when you're not known to a big audience, they also enable you to interact with the people much more, at least those not leaving the video after 5 seconds. Like this, you're still here watching me pull Arthur. Isn't that a great experience? Who wouldn't want that? YouTube has been great for us so far, both in views and also really nice interactions with you guys, which is why I keep coming back doing videos, although our art schedule is totally fucked up by now. So, just a big thanks once more for everyone who is still here right now. And shame on those who just randomly clicked into the end of the video just to see what this lucky bastard has summoned. Bramimond, apparently. It's Dagr! There she is! Getting her as the free summon, and then again only after freaking 700 orbs.
I'm Dagr, the younger of the princesses of Jotunheimer. Nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice meeting you too. I've been waiting a hell huge amount of orbs for you. Now please. Fill that circle with some more of you and whatever. Bramimond the 5th, maybe? Nope. Didn't I start the session with Dagr and then new hero after that as well? Ah, this has been one hell of a journey. Alright, Dagr it is. Well, I would lie if I told you right now that I couldn't have hoped for more. I'll finish this banner with a rate of 53 orbs per 5-star. That's fine, a little bit above average, but whatever. The numbers in which they got distributed could have been better though. I got a very equal distribution with a focus on Bramimond. Once again. The summoning session sadly ended up being slightly worse than that of Lilina, but what really saved me on her banner was pulling multiple mythics in the same circle over and over again. This time I think I only pulled 2 of them once, the Edelgard and Bramimond circle. All other 10% pity raids ended with only a single focus unit, and that's just unfortunate. Therefore, my result doesn't look that great as well. Increasing my light score was the plan, and I didn't achieve that. I'm actually still exactly at 5 merges. I'm just able to switch them around at whatever bonus season we currently have. So, I guess that's it for the summoning session. I hope you enjoyed it nevertheless. I hope you liked our little voiceover, and see you next week when I will hopefully show you some of my first matches using Dagr. See ya!